Welp, I had a little accident at work. What's up, motivators? Welcome back. It's Kevin. This is Pure Bullfit. As you may have gathered from that little clip, I had an accident at work. I went to sit on the bench of a picnic table that was unsecured, and the damn thing flipped over on me, and my meteoric ass hit the ground with a sudden impact. Now, usually that would be nothing more than an indignity, but as I've mentioned before in previous videos, I have 3 herniated discs in my lumbar spine, and I aggravated them pretty good. And normally this takes me a couple of weeks, a couple of days at best to get over, and that's why you haven't seen updates for AthleanX Live, gym footage, or the hashtag Run for Aiden that I'm doing to assist Steve Shaw in his charity campaign for that. I haven't even been to the gym in 2 weeks, and it's killing me. As I said before, this normally takes me a couple of days to a couple of weeks to really recover from, to get back up to speed, and this is no different, except that it is. You see, AthleanX Live is only a couple of months away, and I aim to perform well. So, setbacks?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So what do you do in a case like this? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. First things first, if you have an injury or a nagging pain, go see a doctor. I am not a doctor. This video does not constitute medical advice or services. I am not qualified to diagnose you, let alone prescribe treatment. If you have an injury, go see a doctor. The purpose of this video is to give you an idea, a direction to go in after you have been cleared by a medical professional for activity again. It used to be when you got injured, you would isolate and immobilize the body part to the extent possible to allow it time to fully heal. But in recent decades, the medical community has changed its school of thought and recognized that moving your limb or your body part through as much of a range of motion as you are capable of with little to no pain is actually better for recovery. It can reduce the chances of atrophy or mitigate the chances of muscle imbalances. I have unfortunately had many opportunities over the last 15 years to work with physical therapists, and this is the approach that they used with me. I can tell you firsthand, it is effective. So now that I have been cleared to carefully resume physical activity, that's exactly what I intend to do. For the time being, I'm going to focus on volume through body weight and banded exercises primarily, working on flexibility and full range of motion and not worrying about the load too much. Sure, I stand to lose some strength, but it's going to be less net strength lost in the long run compared to risking re-injury and being put down for a long time. Seriously, guys, you have to be patient and methodical with the healing process, or else one of these days you're going to end up in traction. Turning an obstacle into an opportunity, I will be focusing on flexibility and lactic threshold during this time through activities like isometric holds, yoga, lots and lots of volume. But currently, running is straight out, and that's why we haven't got an update on the hashtag Run for Aiden in a while. I'm at the point where I can walk briskly, and that's what I intend to do starting tonight. I will be walking to and from work, which is about a mile. I'm going to try and get a couple of dog walks in during the day. I know I'm not actually running, Steve, but hopefully you can understand. Hopefully it counts. I still want to get the word out there. I still want to do my part, and I'm finally feeling like I'm at a point where I can do it again. And if you missed the last video a couple of weeks ago where I brought up the hashtag Run for Aiden challenge, you can either go back and watch that, or I'm going to link you in the bottom straight to Massive Iron, Steve Shaw's video on the subject. He is trying to run about 1,000 miles in the next year to raise $250,000 for a young boy, a 6-year-old boy who was in a car accident, lost the use of his legs. We're trying to get him some robotic legs. This is some real life hero shit. So if you want to be involved, go ahead and get involved. Hook up with Steve Shaw over at Massive Iron and find out how you can contribute. With all that said, I will keep you guys as updated as possible on recovery and how training is going. And rest assured, do not doubt, come July 18th, I will be ready to go. Lastly, as many of you already know, our Pure Bullfit exercise programs are at no cost. We remain committed to removing as many obstacles between you and fitness as possible. This is one of the things that sets us apart from other fitness communities. Different, not better. So how can we grow? How can we take on the ambitious projects that we have in mind and bring you consistently better, more engaging, interesting, and informative content? I will tell you right now, I have no intention of ever being sponsored by a clothing or supplement company. I'm uncomfortable with the idea of an outside force, outside of our community, having any say in what our message should be and how we should communicate it to you. So to avoid those pressures and those influences, I'm just going to eschew those sources of revenue altogether. You may notice the Teespring and Patreon links in the description below. If you want to support what we're doing, if you want to support this community and help it grow, consider buying some merchandise or becoming a patron. Outside of the videos on this channel, patrons receive first access to all fitness-related content, including exercise programs, even before the Facebook community. They also get a say, a vote in a portion of the YouTube content that we put out there. There'll be a poll and a voting option to determine what topics the community itself wants to see, and will have the most influence of any medium or any avenue outside of myself, what goes on this YouTube channel. So if there's something that you really want to see, consider becoming a patron. There's just one tier and it's only $5. We believe we're providing more value than the cost of the buy-in. So if it sounds interesting, please check it out. Consider becoming a patron. With your support, we hope to accomplish some really cool projects down the road. All right, guys, that's the video. Those are the updates and my shameless plugs. I will see you all in the next video, and until then, go fit yourself. This video brought to you by Brogang, for men who don't just love to lift, they love great hair.
This product not intended for use by whiny, bald acceptance movement members like James Laker and Alan Roberts.
Yeah, baby.